Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello children, how are you all? Hope you are good. Alhamdulillah. Welcome back to our social class. Previously we learnt about the Stone Age, which is in turn divided into Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic age. But as we know, prehistory is divided into Stone Age and the Age of Metals, isn't it? Yeah. Today we will learn about the Age of Metals, which began 7,000 years ago when humans started making metal objects. The Age of Metal was a true milestone in the human history because metal tools are stronger than stone tools. These tools were used to hunt and to cultivate. This improvement in farming and agriculture result in more food, which in turn result in more population. First metal to be discovered was copper. This period is called as Chalcolithic age, where copper and stone tools were used. The discovery of metal was an event of great importance. Artisans found copper useful for making various tools and ornaments. Copper was the first metal to be discovered by man, like fire and agriculture. Copper seems to be an accidental discovery. Man discovered that it could be shaped into any form. In the course of time, copper was mixed with tin to produce bronze. And finally, iron, which is much more abundant mineral and easier to find in nature. Bronze is a hard metal where early man used in making weapons to hunt animals. Iron is also very hard metal and very resistant metal. People need both iron and bronze to make weapons and tools. People melted them in oven, heating them up at very high temperature. Molten liquid metals were poured into a mold, forming desired shapes and making different objects. This process is called as metallurgy, which took place during the age of metals. Nowadays, this metallurgy is still considered to be most important sector in the modern society. Let's look at the properties and uses of metals. Copper is unreactive metal. Since it doesn't react with water, copper is used for construction of water pipes. You may have copper pipes carrying water around your house. Copper can be bent easily without cracking, so it can be bent around while connecting. It has low reactivity. Its ability to conduct electricity is important as it is a good conductor of electricity and is ductile. Because of this, it can be grown out into long wires carrying electricity from place to place. Bronze, which is made by combining tin and copper, is used to make utensils, statues, and musical instruments. Next is iron, which is a weak metal, but when combined with carbon, it becomes considerably strong. It has many applications, like it is used in the manufacture of aircraft and hope it's clear. Can you tell me how we came to know about our history? Have you ever heard of the word excavation? Yeah, excavation in simple words means digging the earth and finding out something. It is a controlled exploration of what lies under the surface of the earth. A person who learns about the human history through excavation are called as archaeologists. And the places like Kiradi, which is in Sivagangai district, and Adichanallur, which is in Thoothukudi district, and Arikamedu, which is near Pondicherry, are important excavation sites in Tamil Nadu, where excavation is still going on. All the evidences or traces like artifacts, pots, ornaments, weapons, coins, etc. are the valuable sources to construct history. Do you know where these artifacts are preserved? Yeah, it is in museum. You're right. Okay, what is museum? Museum is a place where objects which are rare and used by our ancestors are preserved. These objects gives information about the life of early people, isn't it? Okay, let's discuss more about museum. The museum houses a rare, incredible assortment of ancient sculptures and artifacts. A museum is an institution that cares for a collection of artifacts and other objects of artistic, cultural, historical, or scientific importance. Many public museums make these items available for public viewing through exhibits that may be permanent or temporary. The largest museums are located in major cities throughout the world, while many of the smaller museums are located in smaller cities, towns, and even in rural areas. There are many types of museums, including art museum, war museum, science museum, and children museum. The largest museum in India is the Indian Museum in Kolkata, also referred to as Imperial Museum, and is the 9th oldest museum of the world. Not only this, there are many museums all over our country. A museum in Srirangapatnam in Karnataka maintains weapons and cannons used in Tipu Sultan period and is maintained by Archaeological Survey of India. Brimming with history and culture, Tamil Nadu is a home to a number of exceptional and marvelous museums. Our state proudly houses 25 enticing museums and art galleries. Children, do you know where is the museum situated in Vellore? Have you ever visited it? Yeah, it is situated in the premises of historical Vellore Fort. Government Museum in Vellore is a window of history, art, culture and heritage of Vellore district. Children, please try to visit it to learn more about tangible and intangible heritage of Vellore district. It is also maintained by Archaeological Survey of India. Hope you all understood. Thank you. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.